Hello, everyone. Today I'm sharing with you how to create a brand sense on Tmall. Outsourcing teams can easily achieve quality using these three styles. This is a problem many merchants inevitably encounter when transitioning from being able to sell to wanting to build a brand. Because the reality is often, the products aren't bad, the images aren't bad either, but the entire store just lacks brand sense. You'll vaguely sense the problem, but it's hard to put it into words. It's not that it's not refined, it's not that it's not high-end, it just doesn't look like a mature brand. Here's a conclusion. Brand sense on Tmall has never relied on flashy design, but on stable style. And in outsourcing collaborations, the following three styles are the easiest to implement and least likely to fail. The first style, minimalist and rational, most stable, easiest to implement. Who is it suitable for? Initially undergoing a brand upgrade. Products are function-oriented and rational. Don't want to be bound by a single style. Hope for long-term reusability. Style characteristics, large areas of white space, restrained color scheme, clear information hierarchy, minimal decorative elements. The overall look is clean, orderly, and uncluttered. Why is outsourcing easier? Because this style, clear rules. Clear judgment criteria doesn't rely on inspirational improvisation. As long as the standards are aligned, different designers won't produce significantly different results. This is the preferred style for beginners in brand building. 2. The second type, unified emotional style. Atmosphere rich, but not relying on excessive embellishment. Who is it suitable for? Those with a certain brand positioning, products leaning towards lifestyle, want to create emotional value but don't want it to be too flashy. Style characteristics, fixed main color scheme, unified lighting, consistent visual emotion, relatively relaxed rhythm. Not every image is explosive, but together they create a very unified look. Why is it more sophisticated than flashy? Because brand identity comes from continuity, not stimulation. Emotional consistency makes users feel this is a brand with personality, not a bunch of fragmented pages. This is the most common solution for mid-term brand enhancement. 3. The third type, structural sophistication. Most like a mature brand. Who is it suitable for? Relatively clear SKUs, stable product lines, not relying on frequent promotions, aiming for mid to high-end style characteristics, fixed page structure, repeated use of layout logic, highly consistent colors and fonts, very restrained visual changes. You'll find each page doesn't overshadow the others, but the overall feel is very stable. Why is outsourcing easier? Because this style, emphasis on rules, de-emphasizes presentation, emphasis on a sense of system. As long as the structure is fixed in the early stages, the brand identity will remain consistent regardless of who executes it. This is a truly long-term brand style. Why is it easy to fail when trying to create a brand identity? Because many requests are phrased like this: want something more sophisticated, more brand-oriented, not too ordinary. But these aren't actionable instructions. The biggest problem with outsourcing isn't high demands, but rather vague judgment criteria. 5th, the most important thing when giving requirements to an outsourcing team: don't pursue multiple styles from the start, but first choose a direction. Minimalism, emotion structure. Then clearly tell them, we need stable execution, not a constantly changing feel. When the direction is stable, the brand sense will naturally grow. A honest word for merchants wanting to build a brand sense on Tmall. A brand sense on Tmall isn't achieved through a single, full-throttle design. It's built on a reusable style, a consistent system. Small, incremental optimizations over time. Outsourcing isn't the problem. Constantly changing styles is. In short, When creating a brand identity on Tmall, don't aim for something stunning from the start. Choose the right style, set clear rules, and execute consistently. As the page stops vying for attention, the brand identity will become increasingly clear.